What's up, friends? So I've been detoxing for a few days now, and it's a sticky one this time. But nonetheless, I still show up to my client calls and to my lead calls and stuff like that. But what I was going to talk about today is something else, right? Because I always get these messages from people that just came across my account and new followers and stuff like that, and it's basically always the same thing. It's, like, what can I do to get out of this situation? Then I give some tips, which can only be broad and not specific because I just don't know you, right? And then people stop responding, right? Because I say, okay, you have to get to work, you have to do the work, you have to start. It's the only way. You don't have to do it with me, but you have to get to work. And it's just funny, people are looking for shortcuts. You're looking for a shortcut probably. What do you think you've been doing for so many years, and now you want a shortcut to get back into homeostasis and to get back into balance? Just think about it, The pendulum swung all the way over here, and now you want to throw it over here. It has to go the same path. Sometimes it feels even longer, right? So if you want to build your body, mind, soul back up, if you want to get back into homeostasis, you have to do the work. There's no way around it. And that means you have to do all the things that I always talk about, all the basic pillars, especially the basic pillars. And whatever is attached to that is what we work on in my programs then, because I show you how to do the basics so you can implement them into your life, so you can live them. I don't think it's feasible if you go to rehab for 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, and you just basically, lay down there and they take care of everything, and then you get out of it and you have no fucking clue what to do. You're thrown into life, into your old environment, and you have no fucking idea what to do. And that's why I believe that a slow path with the right guidance, with the right integration into your daily life, with cleaning up your life is crucial, right? So we look at everything. We look at your relationships. We look at your environment, especially who do you hang out with, where do you go, what do you do all day. Then we look at your movement, we look at your nutrition, we look at your sleep. All these things we look at in detail, and then you can slowly start to change and implement the better choices that will lead you to a lifestyle and to a life that you don't want to escape from. Because that's ultimately what we're here to do, right? Try to build a life that we don't want to escape from. Because what that means then is it will be so much easier for you to want to stay sober. Because you won't have these constant triggers in your life that pull you back into these old systems. Detoxification is part of the game. Nutrition is part of the game. Supplementation. It's all stuff that we do straight from the beginning, and it's, aligning with whatever path we choose for you, right? And not to forget the spiritual side of things, okay? Because you won't get that with any of the other programs out there. Because I'm the only one that does that. And I have the team for this, So, the spiritual side of things, that means, without going into too much detail, okay? What happened before you started this path? And with that I mean, the timeline is long, right? Can be a different timeline even. Can be with your parents. Can be the value of your mom. Can be before that, epigenetics. All that stuff, right? Because it all has an effect on your choices in this life. And you can do as much mind work and subconscious work and hypnosis as you want. You will never get to these, energetics, because you simply cannot get there with that work. You have to do actual energy work. You have to do the deep work. And that's a part of my program that is absolutely crucial. Because that is what gives this program this edge, this extra success in the long run, this true freedom in the long run, which I see a lot of people that try a lot of these other things out there, all these famous programs, and they relapse. That's the reason why, because you're still entangled in some way. You still have these old attachments. There's still some entities that are pulling you back. When you have this feeling that you're walking forward and you're walking straight and you're doing all the right things, and then something pulls you back all the time, that's what that is. And you won't get that with the regular stuff that's being offered on the streets, right? With that I mean the regular programs and the regular rehabs and all that stuff, right? Yeah, anyways, I probably shouldn't talk that much anymore. And just a little overview of what I do, and why it works and why it is, a bit of an investment on your side. But, if you split it down over the weeks and months, it should be affordable, especially if you are one of these humans that, buys a bag once in a while. I can get you off of these bags, and there you go. You freed up your cash for the work with me. And we can, get you off those bags pretty quickly, actually. But yeah, you choose whoever you want to work with. It's your decision. There's plenty of other people out there that do good work. If you think, the approach that I do is the right one, hit me up, DM me, freedom, and let's talk, I have different offers, I have different ways of structuring the way we can work together. Doesn't matter how busy you are, doesn't matter, how your work schedule looks like. You can find a way. That's just, my flexibility from my side, because I have clients all over the world, in different time zones. So that's just the way I operate. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and put them in DM as well. We can schedule a 20-minute discovery call anytime and talk this through. All right, have a good day.